What up, folks? It's your boy Trails, and we back with another one. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And we got an article coming from Newsweek with some presidential news, and it's pertaining to Donald Trump. It seems like Judge Merchan just put a leash on Trump during presidency. Legal analysts. Now let's go ahead and listen to this article. Let's see what they're talking about, and we'll break it down as we go.
Judge Juan Merchan's ruling on Donald Trump's hush money case will put a leash on the president-elect during his second term in office, according to a legal analyst. What's new? In a post on X, formerly Twitter, on Tuesday, legal analyst Jonathan Turley wrote that Merchan's refusal to toss out Trump's conviction on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records based on arguments of presidential immunity leaves Trump in suspended legal animation and on a leash as he faces potential sentencing upon leaving office.
Now, I will say about that is wrong. And shouldn't Trump be able to just ask for a speedy trial where they got 60 days or something? I mean, putting a charge on hold indefinitely, I've never really been one to agree in any case, in any person, in any situation that would be allowed and okay. Everyone should have the same equal due process under the law, regardless on if you're nobody or Donald Trump. So we're starting this off already bad. But
Bragg is
let's continue.
still suggesting that the court could leave Trump in suspended legal animation, serving as president awaiting a sentence, Turley wrote, referencing court papers made public on Tuesday in which the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg proposed an array of options for keeping Trump's conviction on the books. These included asking Merchan to put the case into a permanent state of suspended animation, meaning Trump's conviction would stand while he is in office. However, everything would freeze, including any appeal action. It is unclear if that option is viable under New York law.
I totally doubt it, but I've seen worse. So, yeah, and as you can see here, this is Alvin Bragg's doing right here. He wants to leave him in suspended animation. Ridiculous, right?
This would allow Merchan to hold the leash on a president for 4 years, Turley said. Given the unlikelihood of a jail sentence, it is the preferred option for many Democrats who want to have Trump govern with an asterisk of a president pending sentencing. He added that Merchan's decision shatters the widespread claim of many on the left that the Supreme Court created absolute immunity. In this opinion, the court found multiple and independent grounds for placing conduct outside of the parameters created by the court. Newsweek reached out to Trump's representatives via email for comment. Why it matters. Prosecutors have already agreed.
And not to mention that holding it there, the second that Trump does anything legislatively that they disagree with, they can pull that back out now. So it's kind of like having a get out of jail free card to convict, pretty much, to come back at him. And that would technically be unfair legally. If you have charges in the case of wrongdoing, you must present and convict on those. You can't be holding them back till you feel like charging them. Therefore, if not, that is called the political game.
That Trump cannot be sentenced while serving as president. However, Monday's ruling indicates that Trump could face sentencing when he leaves the White House in 2029. Trump's lawyers contended that the U.S. Supreme Court had granted him immunity for official presidential acts and presumptive immunity for actions within the broader scope of the presidency. They argued before Merchan that prosecutors, during the trial, had relied on testimony from former White House Communications Director Hope Hicks about her conversations with Trump regarding the scandal, as well as on Trump's social media posts. On Monday, Merchan ruled that these acts all pertained to a private matter. The people's use of these acts as evidence of the decidedly personal acts of falsifying business records poses no danger of intrusion on the authority and function of the executive branch, Merchan wrote. He further emphasized that the Supreme Court had explicitly determined a president's public statements, including social media posts, could be used as evidence of criminal conduct. To find other
And you hear that, folks? So remember and watch what you saying on social media, because what you say on there can also be used against you. So if they're saying if the Supreme Court determined that his public statements, including, could be used, then they're going to determine that it can be used on you too. So watch what you say on the internet. And that goes for everybody, including myself too. But hey.
otherwise would effectively mean that every statement ever uttered or posted on social media by a sitting president, whether personal or official, in his or her own interests or that of the country, would be protected by absolute immunity, Merchant wrote. What to know?
Now, I respect that. Yep, I understand. When he put it that way, yeah, I mean, and you're not. It doesn't matter. What I said in 2014 could pop up and be used against me right now, today. And this is why I emphasize the importance of what you say. This is why I don't care about people's feelings. I don't care about being a pick-me. I don't care about getting views and support. None of that. I only care about actual facts in the situation. And that's all. I mean, anything else is uncivilized.
Oh. On Monday, Merchant denied Trump's request to throw out the jury's decision from May, which convicted the
But that does not mean, because of that, Merchant, to hold it indefinitely. If you feel that way, convict him now, right? It's not his fault that he can become president and just throw it out the way if you do. I mean, you not liking that situation makes it a personal problem. If you have charges of due process, do them. You know? Let the dominoes fall.
Becoming president on 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. The charges stem from a $130,000 payment made by Trump's attorney, Michael Cohen, to former adult film actress Stormy Daniels to stop her from speaking publicly about an alleged 2006 affair with the former real estate mogul during the lead-up to the 2016 election. Trump pleaded not guilty to the charges, and his lawyers have sought to argue that after the Supreme Court ruled earlier this year that former presidents have absolute immunity from prosecution for official acts within their exclusive sphere of constitutional authority, his conviction should be thrown out. However, under the ruling, former presidents are not shielded from prosecution for unofficial or private actions. What people are saying. Trump spokesperson Stephen Chung, in a statement, the decision by deeply conflicted, acting Justice Merchant in the Manhattan DA witch hunt is a direct violation of the Supreme Court's decision on immunity and other long-standing jurisprudence. But Richard Painter, former White House chief ethics lawyer under George W. Bush and a longtime Trump critic on X, Judge Merchant got this right. The case was about personal capacity acts, not official acts. It's very likely not a jail time offense anyway. Sentencing will be postponed while at real Donald Trump serves his second term as president.
Okay, so he's saying basically that this isn't an official situation that happened in the capacity. This was a personal matter. So we can't charge the man while he's running in his official capacity. We're going to wait till after and then do it. And I mean, when you put it like that, got him. So it looks like, yeah, they got him, bro. You can't argue that. I mean, I support that. Whether you don't like it or not does not matter. It's not about if you agree with it. It's not about if I agree with it. It's about what the court says. It's about what the judge says. That's the guy that the world chose to give the power to make these decisions with. So if they decide it, you gotta honor it.
Happens next. CNN's Kara Scannell said Monday on Anderson Cooper 360 that the issue of whether the sentencing can continue in 2029 will be the next big decision in the case. She said Trump will be working through the court system to try to get this conviction overturned. But this is a big decision here on presidential immunity. The president-elect's lawyers previously pledged to quickly appeal Monday's ruling, if necessary, to abolish Trump's criminal conviction.
It's not going to happen, buddy. Now let's go ahead and see what the comments got to say because we got 416 of them. I guarantee 300 of them are MAGA-ites, 110 of them are demo rats. Let's see what they all got to say. See, me, I'm neither, so I can look at this from a black perspective because I don't see, when I look at a white person, I don't see Republican or Democrat. I see white people. White people play those games. That's the games they play amongst each other. But it's also funny to watch and witness at the same time. So let's go ahead and see what some of the comments got to say. Yeah, should we do top? Let's do oldest because those got the most views. All those judges and NYC law people cares nothing about this country. They have their own personal gains as the first priority. Are we doomed? If you voted for Trump, you care nothing about this country. We voted because we do care. Hope it works out for you. If anyone needs a leash, it's Rump. Fake news. Someone should put Trump in a cage. Whoa. Wake up. Tried that. Did not work. More than half the country came to his aid and let him out, including those from other countries. Cage built by libs and The View was far too weak. What? Like 1% more than half? Stop acting like it was a landslide. You all lost the presidency, the popular vote, the Senate, and the House. A clean sweep. And a lot of people, too, just because of that, see, they're getting cocky. And, that's why I watch a lot of Dragon Ball Z. And one thing that happens a lot, especially with Vegeta, is he get cocky. And then what's next thing you know, he's laying on the ground and he need a sensu bean. You should never get cocky because you have 4 years on the right. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't win because everyone wanted Donald Trump to be president. You won because no one wanted to vote for Kamala Harris. So let's actually keep it a stack if we gonna do that. You dig? All right, we got some more. Trump won, get over it. I agree, but I also agree with the judge's ruling right here because once I actually broke it all down, I'm sure anyone listening could agree. Hey, they can't hold him. I wish they could. They can't hold him accountable while he's in the executive seat for a personal matter. They got to wait till he's back in his personal capacity to hold him accountable in that personal matter. Got him. That's true. Just don't get all in the huff when people are not rushing to let Trump out of the legal hook just because he won a popularity contest. This is what Iwi wanted, and this is what Iwi got. A former reality TV host with some serious large entanglements. Deal with it. Only one thing true here. We got what we wanted. Gonna be funny if Judge McCain has an audit all of a sudden. Nobody cares. Now we will see all this subversive MAGA-lite talk about how unfair it is and their felonious woman-abusing fomenter of insurrection hero should be expelled by the law. We are a country of laws, not of men. If there was true justice, he would not have a suit that matches his hair and skin color. Ooh, Larry is triggered. Where do you stand on the Hunter Biden pardon or the preemptive pardon Biden is discussing? Mark S., where do you stand on Trump pardoning Steve Bannon after he's caught stealing millions from the Wall Fund and expunged his record? Isn't that a serious offense, stealing from our national security that Mark S. and MAGA campaigned on to get a convicted felony elected? Ooh, got him. He was never in office, moron. What about, how sad and lame? What about, let's play a game? Really? From 2014 to 2024, he was pardoned. Then why does the law apply to the Democrats? Oh, demon rats. Most of that is just MSM lies, but we know Dems have nothing else. We will see how far that goes when Democrats and others start being held accountable for their actions and behavior. All fun and games until time to pay the price. You got that right. 11 thumbs down. So it's okay for Hunter Biden to do anything he wants, but not Trump. LOL. Oh, we're not reading that too long. Well, at least Newsweek is saying the usually quiet part out loud for once. At least as far as the internet is concerned. Two people didn't like that. This decision is obviously headed to the nearest neighborhood appellate court. Well, good thing, I guess, it's December. Merchant is a guy doing his job. Trump doesn't like it. Tighten the leash even harder and let the facts and justice be our guide, regardless of the month. Merchant, who is not a real judge, is using the court system, along with other Democrat officials, to stage an insurrection of the duly elected president. This is high treason and should be tried. And all involved should be tried. Cult following. Cult following. He is a real judge and he's doing no such thing. Trump should be in jail, not going to the White House. Hey, this shit is funny as shit, dude. If nobody at all enjoys this shit, I really do. It wasn't Merchant's place to tell the jury in that trial. We know he's guilty. And it doesn't matter if all jurors agree or not. He is an activist judge that would lose his job once the appeal is won. Bragg needs to be disbarred. He has no morals at all. Maybe you should get your information from an actual news network, not CNN, NBC, CBS, or ABC. Those aren't news networks. Dude, listen to yourself. Merchant is a joke, just like the rest of the Democrats. Never about fixing anything in our country. All about politics and trying to gain power by bringing the other side down, even if it is illegal. Oh my God, people. All right, man. I think that's enough of the comments. And, that's actually hilarious. Maybe when I do the live stream, we'll indulge in those more longer format, and I only got one little thing. 3K to the live streams, y'all. We so close. Make sure you hit that like and sub so we can get the show on the road. We got the lives with the call-ins, all of that. I can do this all day. But yeah, that's it for this one. And my overall gist of this is I was against it because it had Alvin Bragg in it in the beginning. But once you read it and understand it, I understand it. And is Trump finna be on the leash for 4 years? Yeah. And will that affect his 4 years as presidency? No. Because they cannot try him for this as long as he's in that executive situation. So yeah, it's not really a leash. It's like an ass whooping later. It's like, yeah, you took my girlfriend today, but in a couple of years, I'm gonna come back and whoop your ass about it. And that's what I see. And he's probably not even gonna get jail time. He probably won't even be alive by then, bro. The dude is in his 80s. We're talking about 2029, dude. 5 years from now. So yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves, overwhoop this situation, and trip. And that's it for this one, man. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments, and don't come at me with some BS like, oh, he's innocent, the judge. We don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, the judge has the power to do that. And anyways, like I said, hit that like and sub, and we out. And like always, deuces.